We have so many demands on us every single day. We have news flying at us from every single angle, and staying mentally strong through all of this can be challenging. This week's edition of Advisors Book Club shows us what we can learn from a sports mental coach, a coach that helped Russell Wilson win a Super Bowl, the coach that helped Alabama football create a dynasty. We can learn one of the most important lessons that I have learned personally, which is we are defined in the present. Why does that matter to a financial advisor? Well, because our clients rely on us to be even keel and focused on the next best action for them in their financial situation, despite all of the news and headlines and ups and downs and turmoils that are being thrown at us every single day. And as a financial advisor, we must be very focused on the present moment so that we can focus on what is the next best action, despite what has happened before and despite anxiety that may come from what could happen in the future. Because our clients rely on our advice, and we need to have strong mental attitude so that we can deliver their next best action. I want to introduce you to a book called It Takes What It Takes by Trevor Moawad. It Takes What It Takes is all about thinking neutrally. What does that mean? Well, it's a matter of being defined in the present moment. With all of the news coming at us from every different angle and all of the demands that are put on us every single day, our focus as advisors needs to be on mental strength. We need to be strong mentally, not only for our personal lives, but for our clients and for our team members, so that we can think about the appropriate course of action in difficult situations. In the book, It Takes What It Takes, the whole concept is around be defined in the present. That we humans are defined in the present. That our past, the actions that we have taken, is not predictive of what will happen next. And thinking about what is going to happen next does not help us make the next best action today. We are defined in the present. Trevor spends most of his time with large corporations and also with athletic teams. And he spent a lot of his time with Russell Wilson helping him win Super Bowls. And the whole idea that he's worked with athletes on is that if you have an incomplete pass or you throw an interception last, that doesn't mean that when you go back out there, you have a higher likelihood of throwing another interception or a lower likelihood of throwing another interception. Rather, people will remember you based on what you do in that present moment. That is the core concept of neutral thinking. It's not just being positive just to be positive in light of challenging circumstances. It's rather being in the moment and making the next best action. The best example I take away from this book that helps me understand neutral thinking as a big Georgia fan is I think about the UGA football team from 2021. 2021, Georgia had a walk-on senior as their quarterback. The guy went and played Alabama in the SEC championship game and lost, blown out after being undefeated the entire regular season. In the game prior to that, he played Alabama last year and threw 3 interceptions and was benched. He has shown an inability to beat Alabama, but then got another opportunity to play them in the national championship game. He was defined in that moment and had one of his best games ever and won a national championship. The Georgia faithful are never going to remember those first 2 games where he threw interceptions and lost both the games to Alabama. Rather, they're going to remember the game that he most recently played. He was defined in the present, did his best efforts, and didn't let the past games impact what he did in that moment. We are defined in our present moment. Thinking neutrally, staying mentally strong is going to enable us to deliver for our clients, be even keel in tough challenges, and allow for us to deliver the next best action for them in their financial situation. Staying neutral actually is probably the most important thing to allowing advisors to help their clients reach their financial dreams. Go check out It Takes What It Takes by Trevor Moawad. It changed my life. It's going to change your whole perspective. And hearing the words from Trevor is so powerful to change the way that we think day in and day out. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to this channel now to continue to get alerts on all the new content that we're putting out. And if you want more written and podcast and video content, head on over to mattreiner.com. That's MattReiner.com.